Hi, everybody. Welcome to Coatesy Corner. You know, we talk so many times about players that come from nowhere to end up being stars in the National Hockey League, and they all end up with good endings. Well, we got a story that doesn't end with a good ending, and it's about a guy named Kevin Colley. Now, he played his junior hockey in Oshawa, but he was originally born in New Haven, Connecticut. You say, New Haven, Connecticut, that's not really a hockey hotbed. Well, at that time, his father was playing for the New Haven Nighthawks of the American Hockey League, where he was a very good player, had 4 years of 30 goals or more. It was the farm team of the Minnesota North Stars, so obviously growing up, he wanted to be like his father and play in the National Hockey League. So he went back to Canada, and he played for the Oshawa Generals, and he had a heck of a last year there, scoring over 100 points, but was never drafted. So what do? Well, you got to go from the bottom and work your way up. And that's what he did. He banged around the ECHL. He was in Dayton. He was in Charlotte. He was in Pensacola, in New Orleans, and then actually ended up playing for the Atlantic City Boardwalk Bullies. Now, his first year there, he had a pretty good year, 53 points. But one thing about Kevin Colley was that he was a gritty guy. He had a tireless work ethic, so he was a guy that everybody paid attention to. And then he banged around a little bit up in the American League, came back once again to the Atlantic City Boardwalk Bullies, where he had a 71-point season, 33 goals, 38 assists, and 190 penalty minutes. Those are the numbers that the pros start looking at. And then you've got to be in the right spot at the right time. Steve Sterling at that time was the head coach of the New York Islanders. His son was the goaltender on the Atlantic City Boardwalk Bullies, which is a team that had won the ECHL championship. And he saw Kevin Colley and said, you know, I think this kid can play pro hockey at the American Hockey League level and maybe the National Hockey League level. So he went and he played last year for the Bridgeport Sound Tigers. And he was the heart and soul player of the year. He was voted that player of the year for the Bridgeport Sound Tigers. He had 31 points. He had a heck of a year. Then he finally got the opportunity to play in the National Hockey League. And in his 16th game, and ironically, the first time that his father came down to watch him play in the NHL, this is what happened. He went into the corner to take out defenseman Jamie Heward. And this is a show here where you've got to be under control. He missed Heward and went into the wall head first. And when he did go into the wall head first, he broke his neck. And last week he was told by the doctors that he'll never play again in the National Hockey League or ever play hockey again. So obviously he got his dream to play in the National Hockey League. Sadly, his dad was here to watch it. But there are stories that do not end like the good ones we talk about so many times. We wish Kevin Colley all the best of luck in any future endeavors, and hopefully it's in the game of hockey. That's all for now. We'll see you next time on Coatesy Corner.